You know, it makes me mad that a soldier gets in trouble for insider trading, but Congress apparently doesn't. But you know what else makes me angry? Go ahead and let the people know. We're mad because he wasn't using Hi, I'm retired General Useless. When I'm not busy having my board meetings with defense directors and obviously people at the Pentagon where I'm a consultant, well, I'm trying to find other ways to make money with my military service. And one of those ways is BarracksBets. Now, what is BarracksBets? Well, it's kind of like any other prediction market. Actually, you know what? Yeah, why am I sitting here trying to explain this to you guys? I'm an officer. I'll just let a PowerPoint do that. Let's roll it. BarracksBets works the same way as any other prediction market, definitely not gambling with Extra Steps website. You find an event, look at the odds, place a bet on the outcome, and make profit, or be broke until next payday. Our statistical analysts, who happen to be the ones that make our odds, are former military intelligence, completely unbiased, and most definitely God's most special little soldiers. To further help our analysts, we also run a private news network, a group of on-the-ground soldiers that help influence our odds making. This is also them at the launch celebration in 2026. For ease of use, we've also set up some of our events and markets into subcategories. Final formation is, well, self-explanatory. You make bets on when a unit's going to get out, and if they get out at that time, hey, you're making bank. Categories is ZQ, which contains all of your CQ staff duty bets, such as when soldiers might get caught sleeping, or perhaps what the NCOIC or OIC might find during their duty. You can find this and so much more at BarracksBets, so come on, take a look at our markets, make some bets, and hopefully by the end of the day you'll at least have enough money to get yourself some top-shelf military special. I hope you guys enjoyed that death by PowerPoint. Alright, so now we got the gist of how everything works. We're going to go ahead and pass it off to our market expert, Mr. Lou Alkin. Lou? What are you? Are you a redneck? Are you Californian? I'm not in charge of hiring. What's up, everybody? I'm Lou Alkin. I'm the marketing expert. So let's take a look at the website real quick, and then we'll dive into the markets. Alright, so as you can see, pretty standard. You got your search bar, you got your little menu over there in the top right, got your categories, your ZQ, final formation, all that fun stuff. That little area in the middle, obviously going to show you wherever the top market is, and how it's trending, how it's doing. And then of course, you got your hot topics and your trending topics. So yeah, that's the website. Pretty self-explanatory, man. Alright, we've seen what the website looks like. Let's dive into what the market and how the bets work. I got enough time to do at least 2 with you people, so let's get into it. Alright, so first market's coming from ZQ. We got when's Private Miller gonna fall asleep on a CQ shift? On the 6th of May. Alright, so that's gonna be a Wednesday shift. What does that tell us? Well, that tells us a few things, okay? This is middle of the week. We've had a couple days of PT, we've had a couple days of getting yelled at. We're gonna be a little bit tired. We're also not gonna be all giddy and excited because, well, it's not a Thursday shift, It's not one of those, alright, gonna be getting myself a 2.5-day weekend. But let's go check in with our boys at PNN, see what insider info they got. Alright, let's pull that up. Ooh, alright. So, he has a bit of a blood sugar problem. That's okay, nothing wrong with that. However, he also loves energy drinks. So, we know what's gonna happen, right? He's gonna be cracking some energy drinks open. He's gonna, just downing those things throughout the night. He's gonna eventually crash. So, what do I think's gonna happen? What is my assessment? I'm gonna put him down for 0-1 to 0-300. And if you guys want to take that side bet option with the Lou Alkin stamp of approval, boom, 0-230 guaranteed, or your money back. All right. I can't say that. Okay. No guarantee on the money back. However, I'm the market expert. No worries. All right. Moving on. All right. This is from Final Formation. Looks like, all right, Delta Company, 1504. They're wanting to know where they're going to be getting out of work. Okay. Let's look at some of the background information here. Okay. These boys have been getting out about 19 to 1930 for the past 3 months, it seems, and that is on and off the op tempo with missions and everything going on. So, we can put that into the effect. Okay? Alright, what do the boys at PNN have to say? Ooh, that's juicy. Okay, so apparently their last first sergeant was going through a bit of a divorce. That's why he liked to have dudes hanging out with him whenever he was getting off work. He didn't want to go home. So, why get off work when you can have everyone chill with you? That's okay, man. We can all have friends. But those friends shouldn't be the Joes, and the Joes should be going home. But they got a new first sergeant. Apparently, this new first sergeant's trying to start a family. From what I hear, he really wants to be there for the conception. So, what do I think's gonna happen? What's gonna be the Lou Alkin stamp of approval? That's right. I'm gonna put for the 1730 to 1800. You can count on that. All right. Back to you, General. Ugh. God. I don't even know what's going on with that, man. Anyways, folks, so now that you've seen how it all works, hopefully you get out there, you sign up, which, by the way, I know what you're thinking. We do actually care a little bit about insider trading, more than Congress does. So, obviously, whenever you make an account, we're going to check who you are. We're going to make sure that you can't in any way modify the market. If you're, for example, Final Formation, if you happen to be a commander of the unit that's in that market, you can't do anything. Makes sense. So, anyways, get out there. Start making bets. Make some money. I don't care. Hopefully by the end of it, you have enough to get some bottom shelf military special. Have a good one, guys.